हेलो फ्रेंड्स। हे यंग माइंड्स, कैसे हो आप सब? होप आपने इस साल की एनएसओ की प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर दी है। क्या कहा? नहीं की अभी तक? तो चलिए कीजिए मेरे साथ ये प्रिपरेशन। मैं हूँ डॉक्टर जसमीत और आज इस वीडियो के जरिए मैं आपको सिखाऊंगी न्यूट्रिशन इन प्लांट्स। Let's first discuss nutrition. Nutrition means intake of food and then making it converted into different nutrients. Example: carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamin, and mineral. Plants does this nutrition in two modes: autotrophic mode of nutrition or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. First, we'll discuss about autotrophic mode of nutrition. Auto means self, so such plants are self dependent. They take solar energy and carbon dioxide from atmosphere, water from the roots, and does the photosynthesis. This way they generate glucose and releases oxygen out. So they are self dependent, means they don't depend on any other source or any other organism for their nutrition. These includes example green plants and algae. Let's discuss now heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition means these plants are dependent on other organism, maybe plant or animal, for their nutrition. For example, parasitic plants such as cuscuta or insectivorous plants such as pitcher plant. Parasitic plants are the plants which are dependent on the host body for nutrition. They live their life on the host body, withdraw nutrition from them. While insectivorous plants will trap some insects for nutrition. Some examples of parasitic plants are Cuscuta, Rafflesia, and Mistletoe. Examples of insectivorous plant can include pitcher plant, sundew, Venus flytrap. Some plants are total parasitic and some are partially. So, total parasitic plants, example Cuscuta or Rafflesia, these plant lives on the host body and withdraw nutrition completely from the host. While the partial parasitic plants, example Mistletoe, which lives on mango or maua tree branches, this withdraw only water and minerals from the tree, and the remaining photosynthesis part it does on its own. Now coming to some of the insectivorous plants. Insectivorous or carnivorous plants, these will trap the small insects for withdrawing the nutrition from them. They are actually able to do photosynthesis, but they grows in soil which is deficient in nutrient. So in order to get other nutrients, they trap the insects and then withdraw the nutrition from them. Some examples will be Nepenthes or pitcher plant. Nepenthes and pitcher is same plant, the two different names. And apart from that, sundew plant or Venus flytrap. Some other type of heterotrophic nutrition includes saprophytic nutrition and symbiotic nutrition. Saprophytic mode of nutrition is the one in which organisms withdraw nutrients from dead and decaying matter. That means organism first digest the food outside the body and then absorb it. Some examples include bread mold, mushroom, or Pseudomonas. Pseudomonas is a type of bacteria which biodegrade organic waste, for example, vegetable peels. Here comes to symbiotic nutrition. Symbiotic means they both organism benefit each other. For example, the lichens grows on the tree. Lichen is a symbiotic association of alga with the fungi or cyanobacteria. Now, lichen grows on the bark of the tree, as we can see it in the figure. Now, decrease in the lichen content, let's say in some area, that always indicates that there is a SO2 pollution in that area, means that area is full of industries and lot of SO2 is released in that atmosphere. There are four steps involved in photosynthesis. The first step is trapping of sunlight by the green leaves of the plant. As you can see in the figure, sun rays get trapped by the green leaves. Green leaves contains chlorophyll molecule. These chlorophyll molecule converts light energy into chemical form. Once the energy gets converted into chemical form, it is converting the water into hydrogen and oxygen molecule. Oxygen is released as byproduct into the surrounding, and the hydrogen molecule combines with carbon dioxide to form glucose. There are five types of chlorophyll molecule: chlorophyll A, B, C, D, and E. Out of that, only chlorophyll A and B exist in most of the plants. Now, we all know that sunlight consists of an spectrum of the colors violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Out of that, the green plants absorb only the red and the violet region, and they don't absorb green. Instead of that, they reflect the green color. Hence, plant appear green in color. Okay, we'll try to understand now how the chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. For this, we will take one healthy potted plant and try to destarch its leaves, meaning we'll try to remove its previously stored starch. For this, we'll place the plant in the dark room for 2 to 3 days. After the destarching is done, we'll place this plant outside the room for 2 to 3 hours and allow it to do photosynthesis. After that, we will detach one leaf from its surface and try to mark its green areas. After that, this leaf will put it in the boiling water for 10 to 15 minutes. Then we will put this leaf in boiling solution of alcohol. By putting it in the boiling solution of alcohol, we'll try to kill the chlorophyll molecules. This way the leaf will bleach, which means the green color of the leaf fade away. Then we'll add few drops of iodine. This is a test for starch. The iodine previous violet color changed to blue black. This proves that starch is present in the leaf, which is recently produced by chlorophyll molecules. The second important component of photosynthesis is carbon dioxide. We all know that carbon dioxide is used by the plants to convert into carbohydrate or glucose form. Carbon dioxide is taken from the atmosphere by the stomatal pores of the leaves. Now, in this experiment, we have kept two healthy potted plant, and with one plant, we have kept it in a watch glass potassium hydroxide KOH, and in another watch glass, it's empty, nothing we have kept it. Now, both the ones we have sealed it with the help of bell jar so that only the inside air carbon dioxide is there. No fresh carbon dioxide can enter into this. Now, we are passing the sunlight to both the bell jars. As per the conditions, sunlight is there, roots are able to absorb water, every condition there for photosynthesis for both the plants. But here, the potted plant A will not be able to do the photosynthesis because KOH is a carbon dioxide absorber. It absorbs the inside carbon dioxide, and thus there is a limited or no supply of carbon dioxide for the plant to do photosynthesis. Hence, we can say that the plant may wilt after some time, but the plant B will be healthy even after some time. Till now, we have seen two necessary conditions for photosynthesis. First is chlorophyll molecule, second one is carbon dioxide. Now we will see the third important condition for photosynthesis, which is sunlight. In this experiment, we'll prove how sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. For this, we have taken one healthy potted plant and we have placed this plant 2 to 3 days in a dark room so that it will destarch the leaves. Means whatever is the previous starch stored, it will consume that. After that, we are placing this plant in sunlight for doing photosynthesis. One condition to keep: in one of the leaves, partially with some part we are covering with the black paper, as you can see in the figure. Now, after making the plant do photosynthesis for 2 to 3 hours, we will pluck this leaf, and after that we'll perform the iodine test, which is already discussed in the previous part. Now, once we will put the iodine, we will notice that the portion which was covered with the black paper is colorless, while the remaining part will become blue-black, which means there is no starch in the region which was covered with the black paper, while there is a starch production in the open region of the leaf. Now we'll try to understand how can we say that oxygen is released as byproduct of photosynthesis. For this, we are taking a hydrilla plant, which is a water plant, and we will place it in the water in a beaker, and then we'll cover it with a funnel and allow it to do photosynthesis. After some time, we'll start seeing that bubbles are rising up from the water. This proves that some gas might have come out of it. Now, how can we say that this gas is oxygen gas? For that, we can test this gas. We all know that oxygen is a supporter of combustion. For this, we'll bring burning sprinter close to the oxygen gas. So it will start burning more brightly. That means it has oxygen present in it. We just now discussed that plant depends on chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight for doing the photosynthesis. Out of that, sunlight and water and carbon dioxide, these are the external factors which plant get from outside. So these will be directly controlling the rate of photosynthesis. For example, sunlight or any other artificial light falling on the plant can help the plant to do photosynthesis. During this time, if we change the intensity of light, that will definitely increase the rate of photosynthesis. It will increase the rate of photosynthesis. Now we'll discuss about carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide also controls the rate of photosynthesis. More is the carbon dioxide, more is the photosynthesis. But there is a restriction to it. More carbon dioxide beyond a limit will not cause more photosynthesis to happen. It saturates after some time, because carbon dioxide we know is a greenhouse gas. If its content is more in atmosphere, it will causes the global warming, which means overall it increase the temperature of the atmosphere and hence can affect the stomatal pore from opening. This way it can affect the rate of photosynthesis. Now, water is absorbed from the roots of the plant. More is the intake of water, more water is available for doing the photosynthesis. So, photosynthesis is directly increasing with the increase in water content. We have seen plant need three major macronutrients: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. But apart from these three nutrients, plant also need a macronutrient nitrogen, because plant need protein for its growth and repair. That can be done by nitrogen. Now there are different ways to fix this nitrogen, because plant cannot take nitrogen directly from the atmosphere just like normal breathing or through the stomatal pore. So plant has to fix this nitrogen into the soluble water soluble form so that the roots will absorb it easily. There are two ways to fix this atmospheric nitrogen. One is by rhizobium bacteria. As you can see in the figure, in the root nodules of the leguminous plants means the plants like pulses, will have rhizobium bacteria inside their roots. Because of that, the root will become node-like structures. This rhizobium bacteria lives in symbiotic association with the leguminous plant. Means the leguminous plant will benefit the rhizobium bacteria by giving the nutrients for survival, and in turn rhizobium bacteria will fix the nitrogen for the plant. This way, the plant will absorb the nitrogen from the atmosphere. The other way is the fertilizers which the farmers give to the plant. By that, the nutrient nitrogen is absorbed from the soil. Okay, let's discuss some questions. So I have taken few questions from MTG book. This first question says match column 1 with column 2 and select the correct option from the given code. For this, the column 1 is saying alga, cuscuta, mycorrhizae and pseudomonas. Column 2 says parasitic, symbiotic, saprophytic and autotrophic. So alga is autotrophic. We know that green plants and the alga does photosynthesis. They are autotrophic. Cuscuta is total parasitic. It lives on the host body. Mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza is symbiotic association of plant roots and fungi. And the pseudomonas is saprophytic. We have discussed that it can biodegrade the vegetable peel. So, as per this, A is matching with fourth, B is matching with first, C is matching with second, and D is matching with third. So, option C is our correct answer. The next question says, read the following statement and select the options which correctly identifies true and false ones. The first is the process of photosynthesis result in increase in concentration of carbon dioxide in atmosphere. So we know that carbon dioxide is absorbed from the atmosphere, hence its concentration cannot increase in the atmosphere by photosynthesis. So definitely this option is wrong. The second option says Mistletoe is total parasitic. We have read that Mistletoe lives on mango and mawa leaves and withdraw water and minerals from it. So it is not total parasitic, it is partial parasitic. This is also false. Now the third one says potassium hydroxide is used in experiment to show carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. We have read potassium hydroxide is a absorber of carbon dioxide. So it absorbs the carbon dioxide, which shows that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. And so it is true option. Fourth one says insectivorous plants exhibit both autotrophic and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Yes, insectivorous plants are doing the photosynthesis for their glucose need, but for the other nutrients, they are trapping the insects and withdrawing the nutrition from that. So, as per this, option number 1 and 2 is false, third and fourth is true. So, option D will work fully. The next question says identify the plant shown in the given picture and select the correct statement regarding it. So if we see the figure, clearly we are seeing that some leaves are getting converted into pitcher. So it is a pitcher plant. Now option A says leaves of this plant get modified into pitcher like structure. Yes, for this plant the leaves itself will convert into pitcher to trap the insect. This plant is a saprophyte and the mode of nutrition it exhibits is saprophytic. No. Which a plant is insectivorous or a carnivorous? It's not saprophytic. C option is plant is green and can photosynthesize. Yes. This plant can fulfill the need of glucose by doing photosynthesis and other vitamin and mineral it takes by trapping the insect. So this plant is both autotrophic as well as heterotrophic. Hence option D is correct option. This question says refer to a given Venn diagram and select the option that correctly identifies X. Let's read the figure. Figure is marking two circles and they have labeled circle 1 as prepare its own food, while for circle 2 catches insects to meet nutritional demand. Then the common region is X, means X is both autotrophic which can prepare its own food and heterotrophic which captures the insect, which means it should be both autotrophic and heterotrophic. Let's read the options. Option A is Pinus. Pinus we know grows in mountain region and it's a proper tree which does the photosynthesis. So it's a purely autotrophic plant. Let's discuss B, Nepenthes. Nepenthes is a pitcher plant, another name for pitcher plant. This plant can capture insects as well as can do photosynthesis. The third option says Dionia. Dionia is another name for Venus flytrap. which means this plant also can prepare the food as well as capture the insect. Hence, option D should be the correct option. Let's end this video. Hope you will do more practice questions like this. If you have any questions, you can post in comments. If you like the video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Our next video will be on nutrition in animal. Till then, goodbye.